Protect your energy like you protect your time, because energy, not time, is what truly determines your performance. I used to think time was the most precious resource. It made sense, right? We all get 24 hours, and once it's gone, it's gone. But then I learned something that changed how I operate. It's not how many hours you have, it's how much energy you bring into those hours. You can have a 10-hour day and get nothing meaningful done. You can have 2 hours of focused energy and change your life. So now I treat my energy the way I treat my money, my time, and my reputation. I protect it, ruthlessly. Not everything deserves your energy. Let me be blunt. You don't have to reply to every message. You don't have to attend every meeting. You don't have to explain your boundaries to people who benefit from you having none. Energy is not infinite, and every leak, no matter how small, adds up. That one toxic conversation you let slide, it drained you for the rest of the day. That scroll session on your phone you just needed to relax, it zapped your creativity for hours. You must become unapologetic about protecting what fuels your focus. You recharge by design, not by default. Most people wait until burnout to rest, until they're sick, until they break down. That's like waiting for your car engine to explode before pulling into a gas station. I don't wait to rest. I schedule it. I don't negotiate my sleep, my nutrition, or my silence. Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. Energy is a system, and every system needs recovery, maintenance, and intentional input. So I build rituals into my day that keep my energy high. Morning movement before meetings. No screens after a certain hour. Deep work in the morning. People in the afternoon. And solitude, even if just 10 minutes, to reset my center. Guard your mornings like gold. Your first 60 minutes can determine your entire day. Do you spend them reacting or creating? When I started treating my mornings as sacred, my life accelerated. No more checking emails in bed. No more waking up into chaos. I began with intention, not interruption. The most powerful people I know all have one thing in common. They protect the start of their day. Audit your energy like you audit your finances. Ask yourself, who gives me energy and who drains it? What activities leave me exhausted even if they're productive? Amassed, what boundaries have I failed to set because I didn't want to upset someone? You are the chief energy officer of your life. Start acting like it. Review what gets your attention. Reduce what doesn't serve you. Rebuild your schedule around what restores you. Because once you protect your energy, your clarity improves. And once your clarity improves, so does your direction. Energy is magnetic, so manage it wisely. Your energy doesn't just affect you, it affects how people respond to you, how you lead, how you influence, how you sell, how you love. Low energy is like static. High energy is a signal. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It's leadership. It's self-respect, and it's strategy. Final thought. Treat energy like currency and spend it like an investor. Would you invest in a company that never shows returns? Then why give energy to habits, people, or thoughts that deplete you? Your energy is how you show up, and how you show up determines everything. Your mood, your momentum, your message, your mission. So from this moment on, commit to this. If it costs me my energy, it's too expensive. Protect it, prioritize it, and you'll perform at levels others only dream of. Habits determine destiny. You don't become what you say you want. You become what you consistently do. If you were to follow me around for a week, you'd probably be surprised by how boring my daily life looks. No fireworks, no spontaneous breakthroughs, no aha moments on mountaintops, just rhythm, routine, repetition. Wake up early, move my body, write my goals, handle priorities, eat clean, protect my energy, read, reflect, recalibrate. And I do it again the next day, and the next, and the next. Because here's what I learned after 20 years in business and in life. Success isn't sexy, it's structured. You are your habits, not your intentions. I've met thousands of people who had brilliant ideas, big dreams, grand visions. But when you look at their daily behavior, it tells a different story. They talk about fitness but never train. They want financial freedom but avoid budgeting. They dream of writing a book but don't write a single page. Your habits are the proof of your real values. They are the receipts of your future. You don't rise to the level of your ambition. You fall to the level of your systems. Tiny habits, massive returns. People think transformation comes from big changes. It doesn't. It comes from doing small things, consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. Drinking a glass of water first thing every morning. Writing 3 priorities before checking your phone. Reading 10 pages a day. Getting up 30 minutes earlier to think clearly. Those things compound. One clean decision, repeated daily, becomes a new identity. And identity is what drives sustainable change. Bad habits are silent killers. You don't notice the damage until it's already done. Scrolling for hours doesn't hurt until your creativity dies. Skipping workouts doesn't hurt until your energy vanishes. Avoiding tough conversations doesn't hurt until your relationships collapse. Bad habits don't take your life in one blow. They steal your edge, one small compromise at a time. The problem isn't that you fail, it's that you succeed at the wrong thing, over and over. Change your environment. Change your habits. You can't build millionaire habits in a poverty mindset space. You can't build discipline in an environment that rewards distraction. You can't stay focused when your surroundings are chaotic and misaligned. Your willpower is limited. But your environment? That's controllable. Set your phone to grayscale. Keep junk food out of your home. Block time for deep work. Hang around people who live the way you want to live. Don't just rely on motivation. Design for discipline. You don't have to be extreme. Just be consistent. I'm not here to tell you to wake up at 4 a.m., run 10 miles, or write 3,000 words before breakfast. I'm here to tell you this: one powerful habit, done every day, can rewrite your future. Focus on becoming 1% better today, then repeat, again and again. That's the real magic. Final thought. Your habits are your identity in motion. Every time you make a decision, you cast a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. So ask yourself daily, what would the future version of me do right now? Is this habit building the life I say I want? Would the person I admire live this way? Because in the end, it's not talent, timing, or luck that defines you. It's the habits you refuse to break, and the ones you choose to build. Your destiny isn't written in the stars. It's written in your routines. Make them count. Eliminate comparison. Stay in your own lane. Because the fastest way to lose your power is to look sideways. I used to compare myself to everyone. Their numbers, their lifestyle, their pace, their success. I'd scroll through social media and feel like I was already behind, before my day even started. And then I'd hustle out of insecurity, not inspiration. Push harder, not because I loved the work, but because I didn't want to fall behind. Here's what I learned the hard way. Comparison is a thief dressed as motivation. You're not behind. You're just distracted. Every time you compare your life to someone else's, you trade your focus for frustration. You lose sight of your own path. You question what was once clear. You forget that the person you're watching might be on mile 17 while you're just stretching at mile 1. Stop asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking, where do I actually want to go? Because it doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're on the wrong track. You can't see your purpose if you're watching someone else's performance. Let me be blunt. Their win is not your loss. Their spotlight doesn't dim yours. Their timeline has nothing to do with your truth. You have your own gifts, timing, lessons, story. Trying to copy someone else's path is like wearing shoes that don't fit. Even if they're expensive, they'll still give you blisters. The path that leads to fulfillment is the one that fits you, not the one that looks good in a highlight reel. Turn comparison into curiosity. then into commitment. Don't envy people, study them, learn from them, let their excellence inspire you, but don't become them. Instead of saying, "Why not me?" ask, "What can I learn from them?" And still stay true to myself, then get back in your lane and run. Your lane has your name on it. Own it. When I finally stopped comparing, I started creating. I stopped rushing and I started building. I stopped doubting and I started living. That's when things accelerated. Not because I changed everything, but because I finally gave 100% of my energy to my own path. Focus is the new superpower, and you can't have it if you keep checking other people's scoreboard. Eliminate comparison. Stay in your own lane. Because the fastest way to lose your power is to look sideways. I used to compare myself to everyone, their numbers, their lifestyle, their pace, their success. I'd scroll through social media and feel like I was already behind, before my day even started. And then I'd hustle out of insecurity, not inspiration. Push harder, not because I loved the work, but because I didn't want to fall behind. Here's what I learned the hard way. Comparison is a thief dressed as motivation. You're not behind, you're just distracted. Every time you compare your life to someone else's, you trade your focus for frustration. You lose sight of your own path. You question what was once clear. You forget that the person you're watching might be on mile 17 while you're just stretching at mile 1. Stop asking, "Why am I not there yet?" Start asking, "Where do I actually want to go?" Because it doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're on the wrong track. You can't see your purpose if you're watching someone else's performance. Let me be blunt. Their win is not your loss. Their spotlight doesn't dim yours. Their timeline has nothing to do with your truth. You have your own gifts, timing, lessons, story. Trying to copy someone else's path is like wearing shoes that don't fit. Even if they're expensive, they'll still give you blisters. The path that leads to fulfillment is the one that fits you, not the one that looks good in a highlight reel. Turn comparison into curiosity, then into commitment. Don't envy people, study them, learn from them. Let their excellence inspire you, but don't become them. Instead of saying, "Why not me?" ask, "What can I learn from them?" And still stay true to myself, then get back in your lane and run. Your lane has your name on it. Own it. When I finally stopped comparing, I started creating. I stopped rushing and I started building. I stopped doubting and I started living. That's when things accelerated. Not because I changed everything, but because I finally gave 100% of my energy to my own path. Focus is the new superpower, and you can't have it if you keep checking other people's scoreboard. Final thought: run your race, at your pace, for your purpose. You were not born to be a copy. You were born to be a category of one. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs you, fully focused, fully present, fully committed to the lane only you can run. So delete the distractions, silence the noise, and remind yourself daily, I'm not in competition with them, I'm in alignment with myself. Stay there. That's where the real victory lives. Don't wait for motivation. Let action create it. Because doing creates momentum, and momentum beats mood every time. I used to wait. I waited for clarity. I waited for the right moment. I waited until I felt like it. But you know what happened? Nothing. Days turned into weeks. Ideas stayed in notebooks. Dreams sat in the dark. And I kept telling myself, I'll start when I feel ready. Until one day I heard a mentor say, you don't need to feel motivated, you need to move. That one sentence flipped my entire approach to life. Motion creates emotion. People get this backwards. They think motivation comes first, that once they feel inspired, then they'll act. But that's not how it works. You don't wake up energized, write a book, go to the gym, build a business, all because you feel like it. You get moving. You do the first 10 push-ups. You write the first paragraph. You clean the first drawer. You send the first email. And somewhere along the way, the inspiration shows up. Action is the trigger. Motivation is the result. Discipline beats mood every single time. Some days you'll feel it, most days you won't. But if you only act when you're in the mood, you'll be average, period. The people who create extraordinary results, They show up anyway. When it's raining, when it's hard, when no one's watching, when it doesn't feel exciting. Because they understand the work you do when you don't feel like it is the work that changes you. Make action your identity. Don't say, I'm the kind of person who needs to be inspired first. Say, I'm the kind of person who takes action, and that inspires me. You become confident by doing hard things when it's hard to do them. You build belief by proving to yourself that you're not driven by moods but by mission. Even if it's just 5 minutes of action, it's enough to break the inertia. You don't have to do it all. You just have to start. Create a bias toward action. The difference between dreamers and doers? One word, start. Dreamers want the perfect plan. Doers take the next step. So train yourself to move. Don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. Just say, what's one small thing I can do in the next 5 minutes? Do it. Then ride the wave of momentum. Final thought. Don't wait for the mood. Become the mover. Inspiration is unreliable, but habits work. If you want to build a life you're proud of, you can't afford to let your feelings call the shots. You act your way into motivation. You act your way into clarity. You act your way into purpose. So the next time your mind says, wait, you tell it, I don't wait for inspiration. I create it. And then you move. The race is yours, and now is the time to run it. You've just walked through 10 foundational principles. Not quick tips, not surface-level hacks, but core mindsets that can reshape the way you live, work, and show up in the world. We've talked about reclaiming time, protecting energy, building discipline, and defeating procrastination. We've learned to stop comparing, stop waiting for inspiration, and instead, take action, even the smallest step forward. Every single idea, every lesson, points to one truth. You are the architect of your own destiny, not your circumstances, not your emotions, not what others think. And what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck is not what they know, it's what they do consistently. No matter where you are on your journey, remember this, you be perfect to begin. You just need to begin in order to become great, and you don't have to race anyone else. Just keep moving forward on your own path. Success doesn't come from waiting for motivation, it comes from showing up. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. And the life you want isn't a fantasy, it's a result of the choices you make today. So rise up, take action, stay focused, keep moving. The race is yours. Now run it.